Hi everyone, this is Karak from ACG bringing you a review for the Choose Your Own Adventure game King of Dragons Pass for PC on Steam. It's like Lone Wolf, but mix in a little bit of ancient druidic priestess and one half of a serial killer. And I'm not joking, this game has you sacrificing shit at the speed of Aztecs, slaughtering animals left and right to whatever god lives in the clouds and make sure that your crops hump one another during the right season. You start out the game learning a story about the creation of the world and your clans and the choices you make, and it all wraps up into a neat starting package I like to call random shit. Yes, and those guys right there, duck people. The game's got duck people. Any game with an item known simply as the hate torch is going to be right up my alley. But long story short, once you make some decisions, you end up in control of the members of your ring or leadership group, or as I like to call them, upper management. And then you begin the game. So let's review this thing. Remember, if you like the review, the difficult choice is yours. Do you subscribe or do you not? I hope you do. So here comes the review for King of Dragons Pass, slaughtering your enemies, seeing them driven before you, and hearing the hymns of the battle bards. Graphics are up first. Remember that time you read that Choose Your Own Adventure book? Yeah, this is pretty much identical to that, except it's on the screen and sometimes you click around in various places. This is the most basic of basic, and that's fine. This is the kind of game that you really don't expect a lot from it, and shit's not gonna come flying off the page. Though I have to say that the art overall that's static within the different pages looked really good. Sound, music, and voice. Sound is up first, and it's as bare bones as it can be in a game that will easily make your index finger all yoked from thousands of clicks. Occasionally there's a little double click sound, but that's more like a prize for playing. In the end, there's not a lot of sound here, the occasional drum and the occasional cymbals, and that's about it. Music. It's good. It's not magical and it's not altogether over the top. It's basic tracks that bring a bit of atmosphere to a game that involves turning pages like that's some kind of insanely interesting ordeal. Actually, I guess it would be if you were limbless or never had ever seen a book. Voice. None. Moving on to gameplay. And luckily, this title has it in spades. It's a choose your own adventure book with far more choice before each adventure. In fact, at times it comes close to feeling more like a role-playing game. And remember, this game is a remake of an ancient title that had come years ago, so some of that crunchiness that existed back in the heyday is nice, and you see it repeated here. Basically, lead your warband in various hilarious historic activities like battle, keeping them from starving, fighting off the plague by wishing it away, and taking over other people's lands either via negotiation or killing everybody. It all looks fairly bare, with various aspects of the clan leading life running down the left side of the screen like farming, relations, trade, war, the map, and magic. Magic is the main instigator of almost everything in Dragon, from the yearly decisions of how much magic you're going to spend in various facets of day-to-day life, to the fact that apparently some of the characters are just walking around as bags of magic life force. Take, for instance, the Ring. Now, this is a group of different leaders. I had one named Jareen, who supposedly died a total of 9 times from old age, but this old battle axe just up and refused to leave the circle. I'm not sure if it was a bug or one of the coolest features I've ever seen in a game, but each turn I steeled myself for the inevitable. Jareen had died of old age, it would say, and then moments later she was telling me that I had allocated magic incorrectly. Obviously, I had. You know, throughout the entire game, it really always seems to, especially in the static screens, remind me of Mountain Blade in that series, and in fact both the overall color scheme and the way things are done feel that way as well. And of course, all that's ignoring the fact that Dragon came out originally more than a decade ago. From choosing how to best pay off your rangers to giving some cows back to your farmers as giant stacks of McRibs to make them happy, the game has you doing everything you could possibly imagine as a role-playing clan leader would do, including going to war, going on vision quests, and discussing politics with both warring and non-warring clans. What originally looks basic is incredibly and highly complex. Basically, it's like SimCity, the clan version. Fun factor, It's good fun. I admit not much really occurs in Dragon, and sometimes after doing something, you're sort of sitting around wondering if you're truly a clan leader or a member of the UN, making the most useless decisions possible. But keep at it, and soon you begin to get feedback as to what you're doing, if the gods are listening to your constant influx of quarter pounders that you're sacrificing and throwing into the sky, and of course, if the other nearby clans are on your side or not. There is an intense amount of rivalry amongst those clans, multiple things you can do, like asking them to join you, taking them on adventures with you, and basically going and stealing all their shit. So as you know, I rate games on a buy, wait for a sale, rent, or never talk about it again rating scale. This is easily at $11.99 a buy. There's enough gameplay in this game to keep you busy for a long time, and best of all, it's pretty fun. It's also a game that you can play while listening to a podcast or just hanging out and, hey, perhaps listening to one of my videos. So that's it for me. I hope you guys like it. If you get a chance, go check out this game, because I actually think a lot of people who probably aren't into choose your own adventure style games or these kind of static role-playing games may actually enjoy the uniqueness here, especially once you start slaughtering different animals and of course sending your people on vision quests. The game just goes completely insane. I love it. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. Always remember to peace out. And of course, subscribe.